So I'm doing a review on Christian. I think Christian did an alright job. Not great, but not terrible. Not really sure what the narrative is. I think it may be a dream, but I'm not 100% on that. Think some of the elements that he used were a little bit of angles, but he didn't really use any different angles that much. He took some over the top shots, but it's mostly eye level. Um, I think he might have tried to use blurriness to try to make it kind of feel like a dream, but it wasn't as effective as I would assume he hoped, and it looks more like it was just a rush photo than anything. Maybe instead of using blurriness, could have used a filter to try to change the feel of it. I would say that he didn't quite grasp the concept of it, but it's pretty close. I would also say that his best image is probably this one here. Though it's not a very complicated photo, it's really cool seeing down into that, and it kind of makes it feel like a dream, because in dreams, your depth perception's off, and everything doesn't feel real. That doesn't really look real, so that worked pretty well. His worst, I would say, is probably this one. There's no elements to it. It's just a picture of a light fixture. If he wanted to, he could have turned off all the other lights and turned on that light and then take it from an undershot. I think that would have looked really cool. The narrative also is a little hard to tell. Like I said before, not really sure what the narrative is, because there's a character in the beginning, but you only see them for the very beginning. You don't see them after that. And most of the time when you're seeing the character, it's awkward. It's just pictures that look like there's no meaning to them, really. Again, a lot of blurry pictures. And then once you get past the person, you really just get into random pictures around a house, and you're not really sure what the narrative is exactly. Overall, if he would just change his angles and add a filter to his pictures, I think it'd look a lot better, and maybe work a little bit harder on what the narrative is, because you go from a light fixture to a stand for fire stokers to bananas, and you're not really sure how those are connected, or like a curtain rod. I think a lot of his pictures were taken well, even though they're not blurry. But he should try to avoid using flash, because you can see the glare in a lot of the pictures from the flash, and also, I guess, just have a more concrete theme to the overall narrative. If I were to build a final project off of it, I would build off this photo. There's not much that you could build off of, but I think that there is something there if you thought about it.